Hey everybody, just wanted to make a quick video talking about switches. These type of switches right here, you cannot source locally, at least not at the big box stores like Home Depot or Lowe's, not that I have found. Um, but this switch went bad the other day, and I needed it for sanding. And go to change out the sandpaper, turn it right off, the thing was working. This is a VEVOR sander, and it's got a dust collector on it. So it's really nice whenever you're sanding and you have it hooked up to a vac. It collects all the dust. Well, go to put new sandpaper on it, flip the switch, nothing. Uh, you know, sometimes people will be like, oh, well, probably tripped the breaker. So went to the breaker box, checked it, nothing was flipped everything back, took it to another outlet, still the same thing. So went through diagnosing, and turned out it was a switch. And since you can't buy just this piece locally, I started taking apart things that I had in the garage. And first off, it was this old angle grinder that Harbor Freight used to make. This was a Drill Master brand, and the switch I have in my hand is actually the old switch. But this same switch is in here. So all you have to do is just pop it out and put it into your tool, and it'll work the same. As long as the amperage and everything's the same, which pretty sure all these tools have like the same amp switch or whatever. I think this thing was like 16 amps, if I was not mistaken. Let's see, yeah, 16 amps. So, and what's crazy is the same switch is also in this Porter cable. Not saying that I would harvest one out of a Porter cable, but just the fact that, you know, these switches are more common than you think. Because I've never seen this switch before in my life until, I experienced this. But yeah, see, look. You got the two connectors right there. Your black and your white wire. Flip over to the back. Same exact style switch. Now I think I paid like maybe $30 for this Porter cable, and that Drill Master over there from Harbor Freight back in the day when they were selling it probably was going for like, I don't know, $7 to $9. Real dirt cheap. Well, Harbor Freight has a new one called Warrior, and it looks identically the same, and I'm imagining it's got the exact same switch in it. So online they want you to pay $7.99, I think, on Amazon, and I think that was like the fastest I could get it. And if you go down to Harbor Freight and buy one of these cheap angle grinders for like $11 now, I think. I don't know if that was ITC deal or anything, but yeah, to get your tool back and working and get another donor tool where you could possibly switch out the brushes into your tool that you have, I mean, it's a no-brainer. So, if you have a switch go bad on one of these, I would say go hit up Harbor Freight, find you a cheap angle grinder, preferably these Warriors. This is Drill Master, but I believe they just rebranded it because the front has the two cat ears, I guess you would say, and it looks the same as the Warrior. And literally all it is just one screw in the back, and it slides out. And then you just take off your screws right here and slide this down. Now, if you go to put it back and you can't put it back together, you have these little square pieces right here, and you'll see them on like motorcycle batteries. These can fall out sometimes, so check on the floor or wherever you're working at, and just make sure you put these back in before you slide your switch back in, because this is the threaded part. But yeah, so $7.99 versus getting an angle grinder and harvesting parts off of it for $11 locally. You have it the same day, and you're able to get your tool back working. I think that's a no-brainer for a lot of people. And we have too much waste and everything. I wish we were able to repair this equipment more locally than, having to go online and wait. And I think that's why we throw things away, is because, there might be a small part on here that's just bad, preventing this angle grinder that perfectly was working from functioning. But if it costs more for the part than the actual tool, it's like, most people are going to throw it away. But in this instance, it's only a few more dollars if you want to get the switch locally instead of spending $7.99 just on the switch. I'm pretty sure you can get them cheaper, but I'm just saying $7.99 on Amazon. That's probably the fastest you're going to get it to your house, versus like $11 from Harbor Freight, where you get a whole tool and everything. You can harvest parts off it. Shoot, if your power cable ever goes bad, you could probably reuse this power cable and this sander right here. So, I mean, you have plenty of spare parts. So, it just makes more sense. So, that's just what I wanted to let everybody know, that, you can source these switches locally and get your tool back to working. I wish we just had more hobby or repair shops, like I guess you could say Radio Shack, like how we used to have back in the day, where you could just go in and buy these switches and not have to go through all this trouble. All right, thanks for watching.